simple devotees. All glories to the simple devotees. My bag. Glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga, all glories to Prabhupada. Not much time. Thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Steam. Reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 14, Text 21. And then we're going to the next verse because no purport. Kadachid bhagnamana tamstro dujanadanda shukaira lavda nidrakshano vyatita hridayana kshiyamane mana vigyano andha kupe andhavat patati. Kadachit, sometimes, bhagnamana damstra, whose teeth of pride are broken. Durjanadanda Shukai, by the envious activities of evil men, who are compared to a kind of serpent. Alavta nidrakshana, who does not get an opportunity to sleep. Vyatita hridayena, by a disturbed mind. Anukshiyamana, gradually being decreased. Vijnana, whose real consciousness. Andhakupe, in a blind well. Andhavat, like illusion. Patati, he falls down. In the forest, the material world, the conditioned soul is sometimes beaten by envious enemies, which are compared to serpents and other creatures. Through the tricks of the enemy, the conditioned soul falls from his prestigious position. Being anxious, he cannot even sleep properly. He thus becomes more and more unhappy, and he gradually loses his intelligence and consciousness. In that state, he becomes almost perpetually like a blind man who has fallen into a dark well of ignorance. Sounds like me. Next verse, there's no purport. Karhisma chitkama madhulavan vichinvan yada paradara paradravyani avarundhano ragnya Swami bhirva nihata patati apare niraye. I think I'll just go to the translation. The conditioned soul is sometimes attracted to the little happiness derived from sense gratification. Thus he has illicit sex or steals another's property. At such a time he may be arrested by the government or chastised by the woman's husband or protector. Thus simply for a little material satisfaction he falls into a hellish condition and is put into jail for rape, kidnapping, theft and so forth. Material life is such that due to indulgence in illicit sex, gambling, intoxication, and meat eating, the conditioned soul is always in a dangerous condition. Meat eating and intoxication excite the senses more and more, and the conditioned soul falls victims to women. In order to keep women, money is required, and to acquire money one begs, borrows, or steals. Indeed, he commits abominable acts like that causes him to suffer both in this life and in the next. Consequently, illicit sex must be stopped by those who are spiritually inclined or who are on the path of spiritual realization. Many devotees fall down due to illicit sex. They may steal money and even fall down from the highly honored, renounced order. Then, for a livelihood, they accept menial services and become beggars. It is therefore said in the Shastra, Janma tunadi grihamedi sukham hitu chavat. Materialism is based on sex, whether illicit or licit. Sex life is full of danger even for those who are addicted to household life. Whether one has a license for sex or not, there is great trouble. Bahu dukha bhak. After one indulges in illicit sex, many volumes of miseries ensue. One suffers more and more in material life. A miserly person cannot properly utilize the wealth he has. And similarly, a materialistic person misuses the human form. Instead of using it for spiritual emancipation, he uses the body for sense gratification. Therefore, he is called a miser. Very heavy forward, huh? Okay, so this is the conditioned soul's description, conditioned soul who are entrapped in the conditional life of sense gratification, particularly sense enjoyment to our body and to the body of others in different ways. So he works very hard to to enjoy this body as much as possible, try to get material pleasure out of it. But actually, there's no pleasure, of course. So this is the forest of material existence. Samsara dhavan nalalida loka janaya karunya ganaganatam. Samsara dhavan nalalida loka. It means samsara, material existence. Samsara dhava nalalila loka. Dhava, loka, the place of forest fire. Forest fire. So we are being burned down in the existence of the samsara material life of suffering. We are thinking it is very, very good. But there is no enjoyment here in this material world. Sense pleasure, and we all know it only leads to frustration. To enjoy, and then you have to work so hard, and you have to have better facility, and body becomes broken down after a while, and then you try and try. This is like a band-aid you put on. You got a cut and you put a band-aid. So our body is falling down and breaking down, and we're trying to still squeeze pleasure out of this material body. But if you can engage this body in serving Krishna, who is the real enjoyer, then it becomes very happy, full of joy. That is the way to satisfy this body, because the body belongs to Krishna. We see others' body, we want to enjoy, they see your body, they want to enjoy. Where's the enjoyment in the material body? We see, just now we had the kirtan, so ecstatic. Who is having such kind of dance, 7:30 in the morning, full-on, speedy dance, while everybody's still sleeping, waking up to go to the work. We are having a big party here, 4 o'clock in the morning. That's because when you engage this body in serving Krishna, then it's become very joyful, very blissful. Because Krishna is the owner of this body. He is the owner of everything. So when you recognize that Krishna is the enjoyer, and it becomes very smooth, we become full of happy and joyful, because we are giving our work, our result of our work to the owner, Krishna, the supreme enjoyer, and everything becomes wonderful. Our happiness is not based on how much money we have, how much material wealth we have, and material family we have. Family life is Krishna's family. Then is happiness. You have your own little family, that's not going to make any happiness in there. You see, before you are brahmachari, and then you have a family, and then you walk around with headache. I've never seen like grihasthas, they very rarely smile. Sorry. I see them, oh my God, oh. Hare Baba, Krishna's here, look at Krishna, dance, be happy, joyfully perform. Sushukam kartam abhayam. No, I have so many anxiety. We are so stressful, we can't even bring the smile out of our face. Like, what? Because of our gratification for the material world, we have to work so hard. We are full of anxiety. You see cows and buffalo and goats and what else, donkey. They can go and eat grass. They're everywhere. You're driving from here to countryside, full of grass everywhere. And the animals, they can eat it for free. But they're working to get that grass. So we are like that. The world is full of, everything is there, but we want to have a bit more. Have a TV. How can you eat TV? And you want to have a better car. So you have to work for it. But actually the real needs of life is already there. Krishna has given us. Food, water, and a place to sleep. What do you need? A sage, they live in the forest. They drink water from the river. And they wear bark from the tree. And for if it's winter, they burn the tree and they sit near the fire and they chant. And then if they want to eat, they have fruits and berries from the forest. How healthy it is. No anxiety. Ekdam kuch nahi. They're fully happy. But then you want TV, you want beautiful wife, and then on, then you have to work. Daytime, nighttime. I know a lot of people, they work at night and they sleep daytime. What kind of life is that? Sleep daytime and work at night. When we're supposed to sleep at night, and then you're sleeping daytime. So everything is upside down. So people get sick, disease. They can't sleep at night. Or we can't sleep at night because we're excited. I want to get up for the program. We had a big kirtan last night, so we're excited all night. That is spiritual excitement. Material excitement is no excitement. We go on Harinam, we go down the road, up and down, and you see people sitting in the pub, hours and hours. By the time we come back after 2 hours, they're still drinking. They're like, they can't move their body. They're neshagya, they're intoxicated. We're not taking those intoxications, we are happy naturally. Singing and dancing, we didn't take any drugs. Because our happiness is spiritual. I'm older than anybody here, but I'm strong. I can take one of you, two of you. Because why? Because it's spiritual strength. I didn't abuse my body. Whole life I am vegetarian, I take Krishna prasadam, sing and dance. I didn't indulge in sense gratification, intoxication. My body is healthy. We tell the people, no. If you want to be healthy, become a devotee. Yesterday we saw in Harinam, it was so full on, isn't it? Every time we go Harinam, it's like, wow, I love it. My heels are sore because I jumped in the air, landed on my heel. It's like a little bit sore, but I just chant Hare Krishna, and the spiritual vibration goes through the nerves and it gets better. Medicine. My shoulders are aching, but it's my karma, so it'll get over with it. So we need to always take shelter of Krishna. If you don't take shelter of Krishna, you're victimized by Maya. We are grabbed, Maya, come on. Too late. So we have to grab the lotus feet of Krishna. Don't let go. They're trying to get this old lady out of Vrindavan. She was holding the rock. I am not leaving Vrindavan. He was, he said, no, you go to Delhi or somewhere else. Said, no, I love Vrindavan, I want to be here. He was so attached to Vrindavan. Similarly, we have to be attached to Krishna, attached to chanting Hare Krishna. Then Maya cannot touch you. Like you girls here, there's so many girls, they're not here, but you go on Harinam, singing and dancing. Your age, you'll be chasing after sense enjoyment on the phone 24 hours. But you guys here singing and dancing, that's the real enjoyment. You chase after sense enjoyment, chewing the chewed. Punascharvita charvananam. Like a cow, nothing in the juice, there's no juice in it. They're still trying to chew a little bit drop of sugarcane juice out of it after they squeeze every bit out. There's no enjoyment in the material body. We work so hard, before you know it, you're 50, I'm 50, but I don't feel like I'm 50, really. I feel like I'm 20. I look at me like, you're 70. Come, have a fight with me. You will not win. So our strength is from Krishna, because we use the body to serve Krishna. Krishna gives you more energy, actually. I lived in Hong Kong, there's one skinny lady, so skinny, like my finger. She works more hard than anybody. She's there in the kitchen 5 in the morning, she's there till 2 o'clock every day. I have never seen her eat. One day I opened the door, she was behind the door eating apple. Mataji, you're eating. Where does she get the energy from? Serving Krishna. Never, whenever you talk so much on the phone or someone, you're losing your energy. Your life air going out from talking too much. I've seen many devotees, they never talk because you're preserving energy. Of course, in your mind you're thinking, but you have to think of Krishna. So, if you abuse this body, Prabhupada explains you abuse the body through sense enjoyment, you're losing your body's energy. You overeat so much that you don't have air to breathe. Oh, Prabhu, I lie on the left, right, everywhere hurts because you eat too much. Right? It happens. Oh, Prabhu, Pusharam, we don't eat outside, we have to Pusharam. This is our real enjoyment. Eat up to here, can't breathe. You can't dance. So you do have to control yourself from sense gratification. But that's the real enjoyment. When you have a light body, you're not full of food, you feel very light, you feel really good. You know, you go to the toilet and everything is clean because you ate properly at the right time. It gives you enough time to digest. So when you come to temple, you feel so light. You can jump in the sky like a spring because your body is light. So human life means there is sense control. Sense control for better. You have to say yes to the right thing. You have to say no to what is going to hurt you. For Krishna, yes. For me, no. You have to be very strong. Very strong. Strong is, like I lived in ashram last night, and everyone is so strict. Like 9:30, lights out. No TV, what else? No, nothing. It's just one small kitchen, there's hardly anything in there. Every time I look in the bucket, there's not much there. People already ate it. Fridge full of things, but you look, it's all, you have to cook. So nobody wants to touch it. So it's austere life, quite austere. I lived in Chopati temple. They have one, like the temple room, that's the ashram. Nobody has a room. And then I was thinking, oh God, Melbourne, I want to be there. Or Sydney. Ashram is so good, they have hot water, you can have facility. But according to places, places, you have to have facility. So he was saying, you were taking a hot shower, you were going to turn it off. So I go, Hare Krishna, cold water. So some austerity is good, because that makes us strong in Krishna consciousness, isn't it? When you have too much enjoyment, then you lose the appetite to serve Krishna. We're spoiled, So, of course, the analogy, when you have to have so much enjoyment that you're sick of it, then you turn to Krishna. That's a secondary class of understanding. that he enjoyed so much that he was tired of it, then he turned to Krishna. No. So Prabhupada said, he made this Hare Krishna movement very enjoyable. Nice pusharam, nice facility. It's all for Krishna, not for you. The ashram, the temple, is not a free hotel to come and eat and have a good life. We're having this facility so we can have rest nicely, so we can serve Krishna nicely. Isn't it? I went to your home the other day, this Paramakarnam. Their home, just happened to go there. This is worse than ashram. There's nothing there. My God. And I looked in your dad's room, it's like just flat. No bed, no like, I was thinking, oh God, these people are not grihasthas, they're like, I don't know. So, and Mataji's room, your mother, like one flat room, she just sleeps on the floor with a dog, This is, but there, so you're happy. So happiness doesn't depend on sense gratification. There's another type of happiness, spiritual happiness. Like you want to enjoy a little bit extra, then you have to work for it, isn't it? Then you work, then you're tired. This just go on and on. Material life is unending. There's no enough. It always brings you distress. Spiritual life is so much more. All you have to do is chant Hare Krishna. What do you get out of it? We go in the street singing and dance for 2 hours. What do you get? What do you get? A paycheck afterward. But it's freezing cold and we're singing and dancing so happy. What do you get out of it? 2 hours, you could be watching TV, some program maybe on the TV, something, in a warm room, Gadise, you're sitting comfortably. So much more fun. But we're going Harinam, serving Krishna, because we are doing it for Krishna. We're taking that sacrifice, that austerity for Krishna. That's what gives the pleasure in life. You see people this in front of the TV, even if you put a cardboard between, they can't see because they're stuck to the TV. They go, wake up. And their guts coming out, they're always in front of the TV, in the gadi. They don't eat much, just eat junk food. And they die early, like cat and dog. Yeah. Jamadutas come. If they die crying and in all their passing, means Jamadutas came. They saw, scared. Devotees, if they die, very smiling, full of devotees. So to be very careful. Somebody bring you big pleasure prasadam, so many nice things, the best thing that you like, 9 o'clock at night. No thanks, Prabhu, because I want to get off a program. So that's strength. The strength to be able to say no. That is, that you want to serve Krishna. That is real strength. When Maya comes in different forms, different forms. Like when I leave here, as soon as you leave the temple, you see everywhere, nobody saying you. I take my beads out. You're my shelter, the holy name. We have to grab into the holy name. Cry for Krishna. If you don't cry for Krishna. I remember Jayapataka Maharaj was saying this. Maya is scared of you. No, this is Hare Krishna. No, I don't touch him. Krishna protects us. Krishna protects his devotees. We as devotees, we have to be exemplary. As leaders, we have to be exemplary. Because we have so many challenges from within our society. Prabhu, you did this so many years ago. We need to be very example for others. One time, one devotee, he took halava from the deity plate. Sometime, no one's looking, you take. And so they found him, he took it was offered. And then temple president and the temple management, they threw him out of the temple. Say, you took prasadam, he's not clean, the plate's not clean. and Prabhupada heard, he was there, he says, you go and find him, bring him back, and cook the halwa for him, especially for him. And don't worry about offering. That's the compassion, Prabhupada's compassion. So, don't always try to blame people. We have to blame ourselves, so not be able to teach others nicely. That's the extent of your preaching Krishna consciousness. That you love, you show much your love, you show your love to others that they can feel it. Yeah. Like even Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur, there was a story how somebody stole money from the temple, or somewhere like that, and Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur said, increase his salary, something like that, so that just so that he can remain a devotee. So he was seeing for the person's spiritual benefit, development. That's all. That's why Krishna also said, even if your material things come to me, but gradually he will purify you. At least you have come to Krishna. So even in akama sarva kama bha moksha kama udaradi, it says that even if you're full of desires, you can come to Krishna. You have no desire, still come to Krishna. Krishna will purify you after a while. So, the association of devotees, by chanting Hare Krishna, hearing the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, we can let go of those desires, let go of Maya. On your own, ekakya maya, on your own is not possible to be free from the bondage of material existence. So that's why it says here, the forest fire, in the first verse, forest fire. We are burning in the material desires. Lust, anger, greed, these are all desires burning in our heart. This kills us after a while. When you have so many desires, you can't satisfy it, and you get frustrated and you have a fight, even amongst us. Be satisfied with Krishna consciousness. I've seen devotees get married and they finish, they marry again. What are you going to do? The whole life you're going to do this business up and down, on and on? Where is the time to serve Krishna? You know what I mean? Even Madhajis, there's so many Madhajis, they are very exemplary. A.C. Burijan Prabhu, and so many, they're a couple, because they have children, they're grown up. Now they're just traveling and preaching. It's so nice. Good life, actually. Couple, a husband and wife, they can, this is always my idea. Husband and wife, they can talk to each other, read Bhagavatam together. You always have a companion to talk about Krishna. But it is never a dull moment for a devotee. We're always, if we seriously, sincerely want to serve Krishna, we can always find ways to become Krishna conscious. If you want to be in Maya, you can find many ways to be in Maya also. There are areas everywhere in the world where you're not supposed to go. And you go there because there is trouble there. But people want to go that kind of places too. And here is the temple. But very less people want to go. Oh, that's a religious place. No, that's not for me. God doesn't exist. So, if you want to be Krishna conscious, if you want to be sincere devotee of Krishna, if you don't want to be in Maya, you want to be a lover of Krishna, there are every means for that, to develop that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to run to go to the Mangalarti. Jagannath Puri, run. If I run from my home, I won't make it, it's so far. But you have to have the desire. Krishna will watching us. So in our heart, what is that verse? Sarvapadi vinirmuktam, sarva upadi. We have to be free from different designations. Vinirmuktam. Designations in the form of ego, in the form of desires for material profit, for a family, different things. You can have family, but raise your children to Krishna devotee. That's all. We're not saying not to anything. Grihastha grihamedi. Grihastha means one who is properly situated, asta, grihastha, in a spiritual life. Grihamedi means one who has no spiritual life. Actually, there's nothing. If you're not grihastha, proper grihastha, I went to some grihastha's house. This, like your place, or so many others, the main room is the temple. And they live in a small room. They're always inviting devotees, take prasadam, giving charity. That's very nice. You can't live in your little home forever with the little family. It's temporary. You have to understand the situation we're living in is short-term. Everybody. Always try to see the realities. The reality is that we are living here for a short time. Don't get all settled up there and cozy. We're not going to live here for a long time. You see young people in the city, before 50, 60, they wasted their whole life in enjoying their whole life, wasted. Don't waste our life like that. If you're not devotee, you go see a movie. They have so many movies, India they also have. Now not many people goes because you can see it in your phone. Theater, they go to white cinema. What a waste. 2 hours of waste, money and time. If it's not about Krishna. As devotees we feel it's like such a waste. As a grihastha also. If you are not serving Krishna, it's waste of time, actually. Really, waste of time. Like you guys, all the grihasthas I know, more like sannyasis. So Krishna conscious. In fact, grihasthas are Krishna conscious grihasthas. They are really good because there is no fake. They have to be serious because money need to come in, and they need to develop spiritual life. There's just a lot of responsibility. There's no walking around in that. With the brahmacharis, we have the freedom. So we need to execute our duty. Whatever duty we have, we have to be responsible for that. Do it very seriously, sincerely. Krishna will bless us, actually. So if you have 50% time you have to spend with family because you're grihastha, but you're always in your heart burning to go to the temple, to chant, to be with the devotees. Krishna will appreciate that. Otherwise, it's like the prostitute and the brahmana. You know that story? The prostitute was looking through the window and he saw the brahmana doing puja and stuff. Always glorifying the brahmana. Oh, very nice. I am so fallen. I'm a prostitute, and this brahmana. Always glorifying. The brahmana saying, look at that prostitute, look at that, He was doing puja, look at the prostitute. So then they both died, and the prostitute was going to heaven. Brahmana said, what is this? I'm a brahmana, I'm doing puja, and she's prostitute and she's going to heaven. He said, no, but you're always criticizing her. You're always thinking, prostitute. You weren't doing puja. He's just showing your puja. So we have the facility to serve Krishna. Where is your mind at? Pankajangi Prabhu, and he just recently passed away. We are reading his stories. They said, can you take sannyas? He said, no, I'm holding the bell. That's my stick. I am doing the puja, chamara. What am I going to do with the sannyas stick? They were so advanced. I remember Pankajangi Prabhu, when I first met him, they were like these two brothers, they were like demigods. The village people in Mayapur, they love them so much. So when I first saw them, I was like looking, who is who? They both looked similar. I was telling my mother, these guys, they look same, twins. And then when I joined the temple, they're very, very rough, like really rough. And so they're grabbing me and they're filling me with a cold shower and stuff. And they would take the blanket away to make me get up for Mangalarati. They look very soft and very relaxed, very nice, but we live with them, they're really, really tough people. I think, wow, whew, you know. So devotees doesn't mean, it means they're very strict, very heavy. Prabhupada was, oh, Swamiji, like they're supposed to be very mellow. Well, look at the Kurukshetra battlefield of Kurukshetra. Krishna himself was there, killing. They were piling up on the body. There were 18 lakes or pond of blood. And they are sadhus, they're devotees. Don't fight, sadhus, you shouldn't fight. What is this, Kurukshetra? Krishna himself was there. He said, come on, go on, fight. Means we are compassionate, but we have to be compassionate in a right way. Krishna tell you, then you fight. If you're in a battlefield, you're killing so many people because you're told to. But when you come back from the battlefield, you cannot even kill one person. You go to prison, isn't it? So we are doing according to what pleases Krishna, according to our duty. So your senses are going wild. No! I'm for Krishna. You have to be strong. That's it. Your senses are burning in, no, I'm here for Krishna. You have to be strong. Isn't it? That's strength. That's how I think. Srila Prabhupada was married once. His disciples married many times. 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. Show compassion to the Madhajis. That's not the way. Compassion. You know what I mean? The idea is show your strength that you really love Prabhupada, you really love Krishna. Isn't it? Prabhupada is sitting there. He's watching all over us. I was in Los Angeles and it's a huge temple, like double the size, 3 times the size of this temple. And they have a balcony. The Maharaji is up there. They see the deity. And then the man is down. In the olden days, they would be up there, but now everyone's down. So I went there for the first time. And I was thinking, wow, so many devotees. It was just me, Maharaj and Prahlad. And one more Devendra Pujari, huge temple. And the Sunday feast was packed. They're all like old devotees. They're coming in to a Sunday feast. They all say, Hare Bol, Prabhu, you know. I'm not criticizing anyone, I'm just saying if you love Prabhupada, be here and chant and sing in front of Prabhupada. Why we are happy? Because it pleases Prabhupada. Prabhupada says, stop, I don't like it. Then we won't do it. Prabhupada is to go, come on, you're not dancing enough. I'll be up in the air this high, like we were doing this morning. If you saw me when I was like your age, 18 or 20, you would never see me touching the ground, always up in the air, like a spring. Sandhyarati in Mayapur, when they have Sandhyarati in Mayapur, if you show any signs of weakness, you're singing Hare, they take the microphone. Say, you can't sing. So I took the microphone from them. He was singing already very strong, but I took it because I want to sing. I said he was singing very weak. So I took, I was singing more tough. Everybody, hey! You know, then we went around, they go around the temple 3 times. And he come to the back of the temple, Radha Madhava. There's an area, very dark kind of, and very echo. Feels good. So then I was really wild and spinning everything, and I felt like I couldn't sing. I blacked out, like I'm going to die. I was on the ground like this. Everybody, I'm dying, Baba, like nobody is saying any. By the time they finished the mantra, I got up. I was okay. Again, so we have to be that kind of enthusiasm. There is no room for Maya. It's blocked. Like somebody is saying something in the Facebook, you block them. I was doing it all the time. I said, finally, so I can't get through anymore. Blocked. So we have to block ourselves from this kind of Maya thing, situations. blocked. Can't get through. Yeah. So it be strong like that. I am for Krishna. And I'm saying it because I'm not doing, at least I'm saying it to give me that inspiration by saying. And if I can inspire you a little bit. Isn't it? So it's very difficult to practice Krishna consciousness, Kali Yuga, because we are always being bombarded, distracted. Like, I always wonder how they drive those trains. Nobody has a train driver, right? It's amazing. If you're sitting in the front, you're driving the train, you see straight, these two tracks. It's like so weird. And you see you're going so straight. Because sometimes they have train, I remember when I was in China, the train driver and they have a glass. You can see the driver and see through. And the guy is driving. Imagine a little bit of distraction, you can off the track. And everybody is going to get hurt. So we have to be very concentrating. We're staying in the track of Krishna consciousness. Time to get up. Get up. 5 more minutes. Before you know it, it's 5 in the morning. So don't give yourself an inch for anything. Be strong. A little bit of gap, like if you have a hole in the bucket, all the water will go. It gets bigger even, like a canal. So we have to block every hole. Don't give an inch. Very strong. Like all the brahmacharis here, they're very, very strong. I made this palak paneer. Even when I was cooking and drooling, I said, Krishna, sorry, but it's for your pleasure. Sometimes it's good, and you're not drooling means it's not good. Krishna is going to like it. You have to feel that you want. If you don't like it, how Krishna is going to like it? Yeah, so I was thinking, wow. And then I was brought into, no, I don't want palak paneer because it's paneer in it. So you were having very simple prasadam. So they said no to what's unhealthy, you don't take it. It's very strong with yourself. I always fall down. I say, I'll have a little bit, it's okay. Yeah, but it's not that bad. But what I'm saying is, you got to be very strong with yourself. What hurts you? We don't criticize devotees. Simple. Like I have big argument on the Facebook about some issue. Like people throwing like arrows at me. And there was a Prabhu, a friend of mine, is Damodar Prabhu from UK, he lives in New Govardhan. He said, you really got yourself in trouble. Everybody's throwing arrows. I didn't answer. I said, what's your Krishna conscious standing before you open your big mouth? I said, everybody quiet. But then, so we have to be very careful what we say, what we do in our actions. We have to be so perfect that no one can find fault in you. That's the standard of a Vaishnava. Yeah, I'm a Vaishnava. You have 3 times a day, nice prasadam, facility. If you take all that away, I don't want to be here. No, the challenges will come. If you go to some Gauriya Math, they don't have Madajis. They're not allowed to be puja, do puja and all this. They're only brahmacharis. I was in India, I was thinking, I like super strict brahmachari. I like shaved up, I had my own mridanga. I was thinking in Australia everybody is a Hare Krishna devotee. Because I saw every white person devotee in India. So I thought maybe everyone is here. So when I arrived in Sydney, everybody was karmi. All the white people said, oh, what are you doing here? They were very nasty. They had dogs. I think, wow, I didn't think of going to be like this. I thought everyone's there. They said, just like you people, when you go to India, you think everybody's a devotee. Not everyone's devotee also. So then, the temple, so nice temple, like this, and they have glass door with a brass handle, like 5-star hotel. They clean every day with brasso and stuff. I was just thinking, wow, this is so nice temple. And then in front of the temple they have a small takeaway. So they said, Prabhu, what do you want to eat? I said, I don't know, I can't make my mind because so many things I want to eat. They had this carrot cake. It's like this, like a heel, So I said, have a slice of that. I said, oh, one more. So attractive. And when I was a strict brahmachari, we have 60 brahmacharis at the temple. And we have 60 Maharajis, like your age, young girls. And so we'd have huge kirtan, and our side would be sweaty on the floor. So we swap. So Maharaji would go that side, the men, because you didn't dance enough. So we're like really full on. So there was Maharajis and brahmacharis, but there was no issue, because we were so absorbed in singing and dancing. And they'd go on Sankirtan, well, no problems. And then, so it's not that Srila Prabhupada introduced Maharaji is now a temple. The idea is to give everybody a chance to serve Krishna. At the same time, there's principles that you follow. And everyone's so engaged that there's no time for mucking around or give yourself a break to chit-chat. We're serving Krishna. So when Krishna in the middle, everything goes smooth, so beautiful. That's the whole idea of Krishna consciousness. Dynamic Krishna consciousness. Everyone is busy serving Krishna. And a couple, they got married. The Maharaji was in the kitchen cooking, and he went down, she went for wedding, and finished, he went back in the kitchen. There was no special day, like, you go honeymoon, all this stuff. Straight back in the kitchen. They got married, so their whole idea is to serve Krishna. They're doing as a duty. They're married, bus, okay, married, finish. They have children, okay, finish. But their Krishna consciousness is in the forefront. There's no other thing. So that's my point. So that we have to keep ourselves in the fire of devotional service. The fire. Smoke coming out of our, not smoke, only fire. So then we will be fixed up. You give yourself some inch of Maya. No, it's okay, yeah, okay, Prabhu. Like the West Karmis, they say, hey, you're okay, I'm okay, we're all okay. What is that? We're not okay, that's the problem. The problem is that we think we are okay when we're not okay. We think ourselves okay. Material world is full of problems. You see coronavirus, so many different viruses, and so many different diseases. I'm okay. This is material world, the Kalayam. So we have to be very strong with ourselves to be Krishna conscious. Chant your rounds, no sleeping while you're chanting. The other day I was chanting here and I heard somebody snoring. What is this? Nearly hit the ground. Hare. Oh yeah, I'm so absorbed in serving Krishna, chanting japa. Our time, I remember the sannyasi would carry a water gun under the chadar. Where did the water came from? You sleep in the Bhagavata class, they throw a gong stick at you. They have a gong stick. And this Bhavananda used to have a stick. He would hit you with a stick. And in fact, he used to go walk around with that. He got criticized for that because of child abuse. We were small kids. I told my mother, when I grow up, I'm going to get this guy. And then I came back to Australia in 2016, and I got the phone number from Nityananda, his friend. So I called Bhavananda. I said, you want to fight? I want to get back what you did to me. He said, come on. I said, I'm coming to Sydney soon. Just kidding. He said, no, I'm maybe 70, but I'm still strong. I said, we'll see. So my point is, sometimes devotees are rough, very rough, but they're waking us up from ignorance. So Maya is everywhere, but we have to be strong. The devotees will tell you off. You see, sometimes Yachindra Maharaji or Aniruddha will tell you off. When she comes, everybody trembling. But in fact, it's actually good, because if everybody's so nice, scratching your back, Prabhu, I'm cooking for you, nice food, everybody comes. Somebody has to give you danda. somebody has to tell you. That's the duty of a Vaishnava. They're very tough. They create a fear in you, but in fact they remove your ignorance in a different way. Prabhupada was also very heavy. I've heard stories. Prabhupada was angry. He didn't give up on you for a long time. He would be onto you for days. So Prabhupada, but he was loving also. He wanted to teach us that. So like that, Mataji's tell us, to teach us that we clean our pot nicely, we cook nicely, we do things nicely. So it's a loving exchange. So, because we are here a very short time. So this point here, Maya, devotee, there is no Maya. We want to be in Maya, then you are in Maya. But otherwise there's no Maya. Every one of you are leader in Krishna consciousness. We have to be leader. Apane-achar. By your example, you have to be leader in Krishna consciousness. You have to lead the society, lead the devotees. After I came here, I'm watching everybody, and some people are copying me even. I've seen. But I'm not saying you are, but I'm saying that is good. If I can inspire in Krishna consciousness, you can inspire me. That's how it works. We inspire each other to serve Krishna. I don't know how to cook. They throw me in the kitchen. I learn how to cook from you all. And now I'm cooking first class prasadam. So this way, everything we do, we learn from each other how to do things for Krishna. Isn't it? We didn't hire professional 5-star hotel cook. Maybe Nitai Premananda. He just happened to be as a devotee. But I'm saying all of us are not coming from that background. So Krishna accepts our love for Him, not just profession, our endeavor. So when you give up Maya voluntarily, when you serve Krishna, work a little hard for Him, He appreciates that. Because when you go back to Godhead, you're going to be with Krishna. Krishna is going to reward you for going there. Krishna is playing on the flute while you're eating your mango. You're eating mango, you're going all over your face, you're swimming in the mango juice. Krishna is just playing flute. He's enjoying, seeing you enjoy. He's very detached. In fact, everybody's sitting around you. Krishna is eating less. Everybody's eating big amount. Krishna is just watching everyone. He eats a little bit. That's His pleasure. You see all this food we offer, it comes back for His devotees. It's not that He finishes it all off. So, Krishna consciousness is enjoyment, is spiritual enjoyment in every way, if we want to be part of it. We want to work hard, we want to struggle for life, then that path is also there. But if you want to be Krishna conscious, you want to be with devotees, that's up to us. So the choice is us. Hare Krishna. Any questions? We still have enough time for yoga, right? All right, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Got a lot of work ahead of me. Yeah, I get you.